What if you actually put the wall
Or what
down
if it
there?
was double taking Garrett?
Oh, he would never do that.
Yeah.
You'd never download a car. You would never double fake a ward.
I mean, you can get into all that. You can mind games on mind games, or you can just body check if the tower attacks you on mid lane, which is the more common things we see players doing. Mid warding is honestly so complex lately. That's why we see a lot of these wards being put towards the rune spots instead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get into that kind of game theory thing, right? Where if both teams or both players are doing the same thing, you need that kind of unexpected value to come from somewhere else.
Yeah, nice grab on the bottom rune by Pure. Gonna use a stun there on the Beastmaster, who is looking like he wants to bully a little bit before CK comes back to the lane. He does have his little zoo here. Feeling a bit scared though. Pure just walking forward.
Yeah, no cares. What's Chen got? Little Satyr up top. Interesting. So when I have seen Chen recently, and I'm talking about like 2-3 games maybe, the Chen has sent this mana burn creep mid and just zapped the enemy mid laner. Oh, is Omar dying down bottom? Actually, the Snapfire is a punch away from death, but Whitemon can't quite catch up to her.
Yeah, a lot of damage coming out. ET is so strong when he just chases you down like that. He has the Windlace as well. But yeah, you were saying?
Yeah, but now the Chen's sending his creep up top. Why would you not want to just keep zapping Topson's mana? Is it because you feel like top lane's going to go a little poorly if you don't?
I think you end up having no impact on your own lane, really, if you do it. And his creep does get sniped by Hoodwink. There's a little bit of a bounty claimed by Hoodwink. You can, of course, grief the mid laner by doing this, the sending creeps, but I'm not sure that it's worth it. I've played against my man Snith has done it against me, and ultimately I feel like if I'm a mid laner, I'm just saying, you know what? Okay, do that. See what happens. I'm gonna be fine probably, and you're gonna lose your lane because you're not doing anything.
Well, you see a Chen, and I'm like, oh, I'm picking Huskar. Burn my mana now.
Yeah, that's true. Immunity.
Well, down the bottom, a lot of damage being taken into Pure, and to back up and heal. There's just a lot of early pressure from both of these side lanes. Now putting quite a lot of damage, even just at level 1. And now we're cracking level 2 on some of these. Even more coming. Kind of cool to see Ramsey's adaptation here, though. We see a lot of the Mars going just 4-4-0 raw damage, but Bulwark early on against the Wind Ranger going to help out a lot.
Yeah, but not enough. He's going to go down here, I think. The slow coming in from the Penitence and the power shot. Just too much for him to handle. Couldn't get away. And this is not what you want to do. Skilling Bulwark is... Oh yeah, he goes down too.
Oh, Pure. Down we go. Yeah. 2 cores in the side lanes being pummeled by Quest.
Right, good start for Quest here. Getting off to a decent start is important with their draft. Like we mentioned going into this, they need a good tempo. They need the first 20 minutes to be them in control.
And that's honestly really, really rare. Pure dying there is like kind of unheard of, right? We've talked about his KDA, his death stats have been like 1.5 per game, and that's already one. You know, 3 minutes in, you got like half a death left in you. Yeah,
he generally has been playing absolutely stellar here. This tournament has not died much at all. See the Lotus here gonna get grabbed up by the ET. I think some of it comes back to just Beastmaster Snapfire. The combo is very, very good, and there's a reason that I hyped it up when we saw them grab these 2 heroes first.
It's just like the range at which you can start things off with is pretty nice.
Yeah, good continuous damage as well. He didn't go for the Shredder in this case, but even if you keep fighting, the Boar and the Hawk, you kind of lose out on the trade.
And you're a double melee lane. Having some difficulties there. In the mid, Zeus 18-5 against this Void Spirit of Noob, who is 15-1. I've not been a big fan of Void Spirit, but we did have no one prove me absolutely wrong, I think back in the play-ins, right, where he popped off completely and had a great game. Is this a game where you can envision Void Spirit, is bottom lane popping off again onto Pure? The damage from Malik and Omar, another kill.
Whitemon.
I do trade. Does Malik get the second one, though, with a Hawk landing?
He's
not quite.
Fine. That's another kill in the carry, though. Huge start here for Malik. Getting off to a great start, and he already has his boots arriving. Tough for Pure. He does have TP already, so he's gonna come back. Touching back on the Void Spirit here, I think this is a game where you could see Void Spirit have pretty good impact, because you always want a hero who can jump the backline against the Zeus, and they need someone who can initiate, so Void Spirit has that mobility and can be something that starts the fight for them.
So why, for instance, the Void Spirit and not like a puck or something, which we've seen a bit more of?
A puck is just too abusable in laning stage, is why people shy away from it. If it was stronger in lane, we would see it played a lot more, because it scales in to be really, really strong later on. But Void Spirit, he's hard to harass. You can't do that much to his Resonant, Pulse Spam, the continuous barriers.
Jeez, this Chen. I'm dishing some serious damage onto 9 class.
Yeah,
Tier 2000. I tried to catch up there to finish off the Hoodwink. 9 class now kind of stuck under tower, healing up, trying to give Mars a bit of last hitting going on up top. And even with the couple of deaths that they've suffered here as Tundra, they're still last hitting pretty well.
Pure again.
Oh, is Pure going to die once more? He's low. Malik chasing this one, not able to take him down. And the turnaround from Whitemon and Pure. No, Malik's going to survive. They kill Whitemon, and Pure is now out of lane.
He does have a salve again, so he's got salve and tangle, but this is painful. He's just using resources to stay alive down here. Very difficult for him to even get to CS properly.
Oh.
Zeus ulti.
Did it really kill someone?
There.
No.
I think he expected somebody to be low there, but Beastmaster started planting enough HP.
I mean, Beastmaster was low, like 30 seconds or so ago, but okay, it's just an attempt from Thompson.
Yeah, he
Omar coming in mid.
TP'd on the Beastmaster, so that probably baited him. He thought that he was going to get the Beast kill.
Right. Yeah, like if he goes back to tower, tries to salve, something like that, tank going up, maybe he dies.
Yeah. Double stack on the Ancients by Beastmaster as he heads back to the lane. This is great for him. He has a big fallback economy here to go for as well. And he's doing great in lane. So we have the comparison here from mid.
Oh, top. Tier 2000 being run at now. Oh, the Chen left the lane, tried to swing into mid, but Tundra very quickly punished these moves.
That's good play by 9 class, and Ramsey's finally finding a moment here. First win for them in the laning stage. Otherwise, been a pretty tough off lane for them. Mars is getting a lot of farm though. He is actually out CSing the Wind Ranger. And that's what you expect from Ramses. This guy knows how to farm. Take a carry player, put him on the off lane. Honestly, carry and off lane is not that dissimilar anymore. It's just the hero base that you play is very different, but the mechanics of it's pretty similar.
Yeah, there was even a period where it felt like offlane had it easier than the safe lane did as well. And thinking about the kind of Nightfall Ramses pure swap around and rolls, Amar and his I think Amar and his hero pool really showed that the offlane can be played as a carry.
Yeah, you mean the time when Amar was like spamming Razor offlane and carrying every single game, playing a bunch of different carry heroes? Yeah.
Well, even just playing Tide and buying Satanic first item, you know?
Yeah. I mean, offlane in general is a role that has gone greedier over the years, for sure. Nowadays, mid is basically the most sacrificial of the core roles.
Yeah. I mean, there was a time back in the old Dota days where offlaners would be, level 1, 3-4 minutes in, cutting holes in the trees to try and leech experience.
Yeah, the reason they call it the suicide lane, you didn't want to go there, it's too spooky. You get sent alone versus 3 heroes.
Yeah, it was nasty stuff. And those heroes were like Undying Visage Drow or something, the real monsters of the tri-lanes back then. Nowadays, very much the 2-1-2 setup. No junglers anymore. No tri-lanes.
Noob with a bit of harass onto Thompson, who's going to try and check top rune, but he will run into 2 mana burners if he goes up here.
Jeez, and 9 class getting cookied and blasted down by Omar. And 5 kills for Quest so far.
3 points in the Scatter Blast is going to finish him quite quickly there. He was in here and blocked up the camp on Whitemon, by the way, so the entrance hasn't been dewarded yet. They did ping it, so I don't know if they did a fail stack and realized that it has been blocked.
So you said the onus is kind of on Quest here to bring the tempo right. When does that begin? They've had a decent laning stage already, but when do the big moves really come?
Quite soon. The laning stage is about to break open here as we're 8 minutes in. Soon the Void Spirit is going to go into full roaming mode, and once we have the ulti on Snapfire, they will be quite ready to take the action here.
Oh, nearly. 9 class nearly had a catch on the snap. Thompson also moved across here, but no grab. Tundra's trying to preempt the early moves out of Quest, as Noob considering the steal on the bounty rune, but he jumps away very swiftly.
Thompson does a good job defending his rune, gonna get that, so Noob is then gonna have to run for the other bounty rune instead. And the ward block on the Ancient has been cleared up by Omar, so they can keep stacking. Already have a quad stack over on the other side.
Oh.
Actually, excuse me, that is a pentastack. There are 3 big black dragons there, which also means they have the 3 Rs. Or is it 3? Hold up. It's so hard to see when it's paused. The game got darker.
The game's darker. They're all clipping on top of each other.
Yeah,
it's looking at the far right hand side. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know. Ah, okay. It somehow just doesn't show one of the auras on the dragons themselves. That's why I got confused. But yeah, it's already a 5-stack. Huge amount of gold. Yeah, if you click on the black dragon,
Ancient Ice Shaman. Yeah.
Yeah, then you only see 2 armor buffs on the black dragon, but you click on another creep and you see 3 dragon auras. Of course, the armor aura does stack from the black dragon, so if you stack a lot of them, it can physically be really hard to kill them. Not going to be a problem for Beastmaster though, as he will just wild axes spam them.
Let's do the magic damage. That's curious. That it doesn't show the buff on the bar, but it shows the +3 over in there. That armor value there.
I guess
that looks like
they themselves already have it. It's like guaranteed.
It's like an innate part of their bodies. Tanky dragon scales. Well, back into things here. Yeah, 2 deaths on Pure. 1 on the Wind Ranger. I better start from Quest. I do need to spice things up a little bit. You know, looking at tier 1 towers in particular to make a move and open up this map for themselves after these key item timings, of course, that you're mentioning. They'd love to clear out these stacks, get the Beastmaster up and ready with that Aghanim Scepter. And Void Spirit, well, he'd love to get to Echo Saber, but he's being run in here. Does dodge the stomp, jumps down to bottom room to take the haste, speeds away, thinks about rejoining, and Whitemon with the kisses over the top. Oh, the Snapfire. Unloads the payload, kills off the ET. That haste rune is so valuable for this Void Spirit, though.
Top lane Ramsey's dodging the power shot here as well as he's being pressured in his lane. The creeps are here from Chen. Mars trying to hold his own here, but the mana burn spam does have the combo if he wants to, but he would have Soul Ring to catch people. His HP just not high enough to do that.
Someone cancelled the TP up top as well. They were thinking about it. Maybe if they got that arena landed, they would have made the play forward. But in this case, yeah, Mars back to Fountain, heal back up. Can think about where he wants to plant himself on the map right now. As it looks like Pure has finally got himself a bit of breathing room down south, pushing that wave all the way into the tier 1 down bottom.
Doing a good job just going for a tower as well. He's trying to keep his catapult alive as much as he can, recognizing people aren't playing on bottom right now, so he wants to be as confident as possible against the Beastmaster in the 1v1 here. Smoke is coming from both teams. Tops is spotted.
Oh, hello. On the high ground is Omar.
Malik has to run. They want him.
And it's been kind of nice from Tundra here. Making these kind of preemptive moves, you know, expecting Quest to have the itch to want to go and fight. And now they're able to protect Pure down bottom. And I guess this move is also a, you know, kill a hero and contest stacks, right? You're going to go in and hunt for these stacks, maybe try and steal them as well. Yeah,
ideally they get in there before these Ancients are cleared out, but Beastmaster already starting out. Now he realizes the tower is in jeopardy. Let's get this Ancient stack before it gets exposed to the Radiant. And in fact, Radiant are going to make a move up to top instead. So making a full rotation here for the tier 1 top tower. They would like TA2000 as well, but they've already been scanned out.
Yeah, scanned, scouted, 4 heroes up top. Not going to be able to latch onto anyone. Yeah, good reads from Quest, you know, good moves from Tundra to try and set the pace of this game themselves. But Quest fully understanding what's going on, taking their own stacks, getting TA2000 out of a sticky spot up top. And quite a bit of wasted time from Tundra here as they're, you know, sharing farm across a couple of cores.
And it's a bit scary to push. They have more and more kisses here if Void initiates.
Yeah, straight in. Onto the Mars. Blasted by the power shot and the kisses as well. Down goes Ramses and Pure. The last couple of shots landing. He dodges the Shackler shot with the Phantasm. Turns around with some good damage on the Wind Ranger. Not enough to finish her off though. And now the second turnaround here from Quest will bring down the Chaos Knight as Whitemon has wandered into the middle of 4. Maybe wanting to punch down TA2000, but he's been met by some serious resistance. Slain with 3 heroes gone.
Wow, they punished that so hard. Beastmaster didn't even TP, and they get 3 kills. The Snapfire ulti there, showing exactly why Snap is a high priority hero.
And they're going again. I mean, Ramsey's just respawned. Noob going under that tier 1 tower, really laying it on thick here. And it's Tundra kind of scrambling to fight back.
Yeah, they have to know their limits, though. They can't really keep diving here without Beastmaster into respawn. So backing out, PSG handling this very well. We can see a bit of a replay for the initiation there. They caught the initial jump there with the Void Spirit. So good for setting up the Snapfire. Meanwhile, the Beastmaster is just 600 gold away from his Aghanims. Very good timing for him. He's very on track.
This is going to start getting really freaking scary for Tundra. The auras are stacking up, the damage is stacking up. You've got a little Shredder to really amp up the Wind Ranger's presence in the team fights. Beastmaster and Snap bringing all that magic damage. The backline stab for this Voice Spirit has found target after target. And Pure, he's being jumped on again. I don't know if they thought he was safe in the safe lane, but that's a bit of a misnomer now. Quest, bring the numbers.
It's so difficult to get an armlet toggle out against this as well, with little Chen creeps there. He had the armlet for a top fight and for this fight, but just can't really stay alive using it.
Mid lane, Thompson, stays alive and turns with his buddies to kill off Noob. And Tier 2000 has TP'd in here, trying to drag the wave away from the Tier 1. A flurry of pings, though, as it looks like Thompson is telling them to charge forward to kill this Wind Ranger.
Yeah, he's happy as his regen rune, so he can just play quite aggressively here. Gonna zone her out and they will take the Tier 1 tower, but bottom tower did fall, so losing a little bit of space. And ironically, the bottom lane gets a little bit safer after a Tier 1 tower falls for Pure here. He can farm close to his Tier 2 tower, get this, and then pop into jungle again. Meanwhile, having a pretty quiet game, and we haven't said too much. Ramses is 200 gold away from his blink, so definitely not doing too shabby either, and we'll probably see him enable himself once he gets it.
Yeah, it just feels like this is one of those games where Tundra need one or two good fights before BKBs are here from Quest. Because they rely so heavily in this kind of early game on that magic damage from the Zeus and the ET amping it up. And Mars, of course, bringing that as well.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of time before the BKBs, though. They have a lot of items they want first. The Void Spirit showing that he wants to go Echo Saber into Manta style, so he's gonna take a while. The Beastmaster, of course, goes for Aghanims into Blink next, and Wind Ranger queuing up that Gleipnir, so none of them are really going for like a second item BKB coming in.
Okay. A fair amount of time here for Tundra to maybe exploit the window. Playing with their vision up in that top jungle. They see the Wild Wings moving. A Chen creep comes across. Zeus trying to get away from the grasp of Noob, but he dissimulates equally away from Tundra. Kisses are coming in. 9 class, sharpshooting, arena drop to try and protect Thompson, but he's sniped out by the Wind Ranger. Earth Splitter trying to land on Noob, but not enough damage to finish him off. And a slight wipe on here as well. 2 kills as Quest bring 5 heroes to match Tundra's move.
Great vision as well. That ward that they placed, Ducalis had a good ward down. They had a good read. They used the Void Spirit as an elusive frontliner who could get away. Not an ideal target for Mars to jump, as he could maybe dodge with the Dissimulate. If they had vision on him, perhaps they would have caught him, but just outplayed here by Quest. Quest coming in and taking over the game in a good way. 12-3 against Tundra, who have been looking so dominant.
It's incredible, yeah, and kind of a moment of fortune here as well, as they just get kills, win a team fight, go into Roche. Omar was setting up for Radiant Roche in 5 minutes time. He placed Observer Ward down there. He's kind of we're going to go down there in 5 minutes. Nah, you win a team fight, take the Aegis, get this Beastmaster into a position where Malik is unkillable, and he has 2 lives, so he's just going to walk at all your towers like a freaking bulldozer.
Oh,
Tier 2000. They're trying to snipe out the Wind Ranger, but she's got what? Bracer, Vitality Booster, very tanky.
It's risky positioning. Void Spirit can reach them.
Yeah, they can just come straight in through the river. Migrating down into this mid lane, kill off the Zeus. 9 class also in trouble, attempting the TP home. The magic damage and now the Shackle Shot cancels it out.
Oh, it's a disaster. They're all falling right now. They do get a deny on the top tower, which is nice, but at the same time, they're bleeding way too many kills there, especially with the lineup that they're having on the side of Tundra. Sure, you're stronger late game, as I said, but not if you don't get there in a decent shape. Even top lane, Ramses has to defensively ulti.
Oh, puts the green on the floor to try and heal up and blink away, but that's not what you want to be doing as a Mars.
And he has to TP out as well, because they're cutting off his retreat path here, so he doesn't have TP available now.
Incredible. Yeah, I'm just thinking back to how this has all happened, right? It was a good laning stage from Quest, but it was these kind of failed smoke ganks and moves from Tundra because of the read of Quest to kind of back up and sit defensively in the pocket. Not allowing these moves to happen means Tundra have had no real way to play Dota.
Yeah, they've had a really good read on the 5-man moves, and they've been a little bit better at grouping up. They do lose Noob here on mid lane. Kill potential still there. Chain stuns coming in.
It looked pretty close to them killing off Pure, though. You know, you kill Pure another time there. That would have been a great move from Quest.
Yeah, but now you gave away something instead. It's over 800 gold going the way. There are 3 bounty runes down here, as nobody has checked it. One piece gets found by Tundra. There's plenty of gold.
Now, you've made that joke before, and I kind of let it slide. It's just one piece, the treasure?
Yes.
Little treasure quest? Okay.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
That's what they're hunting for. The greatest treasure. Honestly, anytime it's like 4 or 5 is a true One Piece. 3, it's a lot of gold. Maybe not a true One Piece, though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've not watched many anime shows. I did try and watch the live action of One Piece. 2 episodes in, I got kind of tired. Started falling asleep.
Well, not for all.
Just
I mean, 2 episodes is nothing. You watch the anime, it's what, over 1,000 episodes or something? I haven't watched it though.
That right there is like one of the primary reasons I've not got into like anime and manga, because once I start, I have an addictive personality. You know, once I start, I all in. I'm just all in on it. I'll buy all the books. Oh, you got 5,000 episodes to read or watch? Hell yeah, count me in.
Ramses was awkwardly spotted there by an observer ward for a while. And Wind Ranger thinking about catching him, but the blink to safety. They're making a play to steal the opponent's Tormentor here. Quest going for a little bit of theft. Always love to see it. But what are they going to do inside of Tundra? I think they got a good read on it. They're going to smoke over there. Quest got to get out.
Yeah, time to tactically retreat.
Do have the Aegis, of course. So, strong front line there. With the shield as well, the ice armor.
Oh, he's incredibly tanky. Also, that Whispers of the Dread as well for even more magic damage too. They're still sticking around here. Radiant scanned them up so they know that Quest are lurking. And it looks like Tundra are trying to kind of wrap around here, or is Pure just going back here to farm in the northern jungle? What's he up to?
They don't want any of this. Again, they smoked and decided against it. It's going to be 9 class walking in alone here. Tanks the gank. Not really protecting someone though. Mid, Ramses. Blinks the Gleipnir.
It's like Scooby-Doo. Everyone split up, look for clues. They're going to be met by this TA-2000 Wind Ranger. Trying to catch up to Ramses, but can't really latch properly. And Kisses launched out as well by Omar.
Some optimistic ultis coming in here. The focus fire only landing like
Malik.
2 auto attacks.
Now Malik's in as well. And he's kind of 1v4 right now. But he's smashed it down.
Alone.
Aegis gone. Wind Ranger and Snapfire are not coming to help him. Malik is dead twice.
Costly moves here from Quest, stretching at straws here, trying to catch Euros, and instead they find a brick wall.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, I think they're really feeling the urge that they need to win early game.
Noob's dead as well.
Oh no. These pickoffs. He was just under a ward and gets punished. The Atos coming in from Hoodwink. Good setup.
These that work.
Super costly kills.
All that work, and what did it get them? Absolutely nothing. I mean, Quests were looking so good. Weird laning stage, start pressuring. You've got Tundra, you know, bunkering down. They're afraid. You've killed Pure 4 times, which is unheard of in these games. And now look at Pure. Look at him. He's running at your tier 3s. Ramses is here with an arena. Ducalis is Chen. He's being sliced and diced by illusions. And even with the Hand of God and the heals out of his mech, he dies. The roar from Malik, though, back onto Pure. Turnaround time. Quest going to try and punish them and make them pay. Kill the Chaos Knight, and Ramses will follow as well. Back and forth game here. It looks like Quest will get their revenge. A triple kill for Malik. WTF, says Ducalis. All for me for what?
Ducalis living up to what we've heard from some of the interviews here. Some all chat coming in as they're still chasing.
They want the team wipe. They want it, but I don't know if they'll have it.
A little scurry, gets himself to safety. I think he's gonna be fine. Huge punishment though. Oh, all that could have been protected, by the way, if Pure reacted in time. He didn't get his Manta out before the Beastmaster got his ulti on him. if he got the disjoint on the Beastmaster ulti, he could maybe have run up that cliff, run to safety, but they had to take the fight on the low ground. He meant that only after he was down to 200 HP on CK, and then the fight is just it's impossible. Yeah. It's a horrible place to be against an Aghanim's Beastmaster.
And then the chase. It's such a good draft for chasing people. Yeah, Omar with a little
back and forth game, you say. A little bit interesting decisions here, fighting behind the tier 2 tower, over aggressive moves by both teams.
But it kind of goes back to what you were saying, right? You've said it a couple of times now, where Quest, maybe not feeling the pressure, but understanding the limitations and necessities of their draft, right? They want to finish this game, you know, minute 35, pretty much. Whereas Tundra are trying to get back into the game and making these wild decisions to, like, fighting by enemy tier 3. Even if you lose the fight, it means they are not at your base, which is, I'm not going to call it a win, but it's a small little factor here that Tundra are trying to play into.
Definitely. Being on the forefront is a good thing. Now, going behind the towers is, you know, maybe too much on the forefront, but I definitely agree with your point that they didn't really lose an objective. They only lost the kills, so they can still get out on the map on the side of Tundra, and overall, just sitting in base is not going to net you anything. The Zeus ulti did scout everybody, so Tundra should be safe down on bottom, but there's a ward behind them.
Malik just wandering down lanes. Everyone's behind him.
That's a little bit of an item update. We have the Aghanims on Zeus, of course. The Orchid is complete on the CK now. The Void Spirit still doesn't have his Manta style. He's about 1,000 gold away.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
2 minutes till Roche spawn. Could be up now, though. And probably looking for teams to set up. Yeah, nighttime just comes in, so top left corner. Radiant Vision is up there.
This is time to dodge for Tundra. There is double BKB. The Beastmaster has his 9-second BKB, and Wind Ranger has her fresh BKB as well. So you don't want to fight into the 5-man of Quest right now. You got to keep working on items, split the map a bit. That does mean that they're going to take down the tower, and of course Roche could already be spawning in the player's point of view. We know it's 140 until then.
Yeah, no way of contesting that bottom tier 2 tower. Just poke back the creep wave, stay in your base. Try and get a bit of farm on that left side of the map. Tundra, one of these teams, though, that if they feel like they're strong, they've got an opportunity to go, they're going to use it. And a Scythe of Vice, first item pretty much from Mars. That's Ramses. He's ready.
Crazy early. This is usually an item you get to shut down elusive heroes, and they are against a Wind Ranger and Void Spirit, who can both be tricky to catch otherwise. So we'll see what we can do with this. This is a big investment in catch. Could have been a full Greaves coming in, or building towards Pipe to counter out the Aghanims on the Beastmaster, which we've seen be very successful before as counter measurement. So the Hex, it's a big item, but it needs to pay off.
Yeah. It's an investment in that aggression into catch. Yeah, could have been a BKB, could have been an AC, anything.
Anything. Yeah, but this is very nice. It sets him up also for later on. If he gets BKB and Refresher next, it's the collapse build, right? That's what he has been doing a lot in the past. The double arena, double spear, double hex combo can do a ton of damage.
Yeah, very potent. They do deward that top left corner. Waiting for Roshan to respawn. Chen creeps, boars. They can all see inside, as can the Nimbus. A bit of free money for Ducalis, though, it looks like. And 10 seconds to go still.
It's not up yet. I don't think Tundra have any intention of contesting this. They're just cutting waves. We see Ramses pinging. He's like, I'm going to cut this wave. They're cutting, you know, as much creeps as they can here before the eventual fight is going to happen.
Yeah, pretty nice deep ward there from Omar as well, watching the approach towards Roshan. And quite often see the Lotus Pool ward and stuff like that, but this is even further.
I wonder if it's Void Spirit or Wind who gets the Aegis here. I guess it's gonna be the Wind. Because of course the Beastmaster's reaching near unkillable territory with that plate mail now, with the BKB. He's adding on layers of protection.
Did they see Pure there? I saw the Ancients dying for sure.
Yeah. He was under vision. He's not on vision now, but he's very close to them.
Oh, hello. Phantasm. Can we get the Roar and the Shackle shot in? Malik is being sliced, but they've got the stuns now onto the CK. He's dead. The kisses land. Nimbus offers no protection.
Oh, we see the plate mail immediately pay off there as he took barely any damage from a Phantasm hitting him for 3 seconds. Just didn't really do anything to him. Big pick off for them. They also got the Wisdom Rune. They forced everybody back on the side of Tundra. Tundra in a very uncomfortable situation. Just sitting in base right now.
I just have to wait.
Push.
Yeah, poke the creep wave, try and hold them back. And Ramses is going in. I didn't expect that. Without his CK, Ramses makes the move. They've killed off Malik, sure, but they lose the Mars. And Noob, he's all stunned up. The disables and damage nearly take him down. Pops the cheese, stays alive, and he's on the run now. Oh, the Gleipnir. Another catch, but a cookie back gives Omar the distance.
Yeah, I don't know.
They've
that
held.
Looked a bit disjointed from the side of Tundra. It's a good stun, sure, but I didn't expect him to jump in there. He does have the chain stun, but you just can't take the fight without your CK. That was on the low ground too. It's not like it was close enough for the Zeus to spam his nukes into it.
Still a win though, right? You delay this Aegis timer, you kill the Beastmaster, who's probably the biggest hero on the map right now. You kind of trade Mars for the Beastmaster, but you also hold your tier 3, which didn't take that much damage.
Yeah, it's still huge for him.
And now they get to go hold high ground in the enemy Ancients. So I said earlier 35 minutes for Quest. How much later can they go?
Oh, they can go very late. It's not like they are automatically going to be weak in late game. They are strong, but I just think that Tundra's draft is serving a little bit better of a purpose going late game. So they shouldn't feel too much stress. Ultimately, though, they do have Chen, they do have timing, and with a lot of the auras coming in here, they have the Pipe, they have the Greaves, they have the Shivas soon. They are starting to get to a point where they're just going to build invincibility for the team.
It's just meant to have been a little easier for them with this draft composition.
Everybody's going to dodge here as the hasted Void Spirit is looking for blood.
Sprinting around. Nobody to be found, though. And a late smoke out of this bottom jungle. Lines drawn out by the Zeus saying, yeah, they could pivot anywhere. Let's just evacuate that bottom lane. And Pure can push all the way up towards Ancients and tier 2, but he's also TPing away from that.
Oh, might actually get baited by the Astral Spirit here as he sends it before he TPs out. They're now sniffing for the ET. They're like, hey, are you in here, buddy? Where are you? A lot of time invested for Quest, though. And good dodge by Tundra. Heart complete now on CK, so he's getting tankier.
He's got a lot of freedom up top now.
Mars is rushing straight for a refresher next item. Also has the Ogre Seal Totem. Huge item for Mars to have. Any bit of positioning is always useful.
Yeah, who needs BKB? Ramses is playing this hero like an assassin, a ninja. He's going to come out of the fog, jump people and kill them. And Pure going to walk back away from Malik, who tries to start things off with that blink. Holding the raw for now. And Whitemon just going to get whittled down by normal spells and right clicks.
Yeah. Nobody knows him. They're all going to back out there. They don't want to be associated with that guy getting picked off. The creep wave is pretty far away, though, so I'm not sure this is going to turn into a push. They could try. Age is still up for 40 seconds. In fact, they have vision on the Beastmaster over here on the side of Tundra, but I don't think you can initiate on him. He's so tanky. Maybe if Mars comes nearby with CK, though, then they actually can kill him. If they hex him first.
He's pinging it. Gleipnir to start. BKB immediately from Malik. No messing around. You see the lightning nets fly through the air and you're like, haha, no. I'm going to turn and roar up you. 9 class destroyed.
That's a great choice by Malik. A lot of players would not have insta BKB just seeing a Gleipnir like that. They'd be like, it could just be Hoodwink, you know, it's just a bit of harass. But it was a very correct decision. The Blink Hex was not far away.
Yeah, very, very good read. Clever stuff. Now Shiva's Guard delivered to him as well.
Gets a kill on the Hoodwink.
He's going to jump, though. Thunder God's Wrath, Nimbus, Arena. Now, no BKB means Pure can just jump straight in onto Malik, but look at how tanky he is.
Shivas.
Oh my god. They need a bit more and they can't follow through on it. Ramsey's trying to catch up with the Ogre Seal Totem. The spear connects on Chen, though, so Malik's still alive. Ramses dies. Pure gets himself out of there. with a TP back to Fountain. But my god, this Beastmaster!
Yeah, Chen was there with the pipe as well to protect against the soul rend damage of the Orchid Malevolence. Stopping that. And they're playing under ward top. White one gonna go down.
No chance for ET.
2 down, and the creep wave is already at your tier 2 mid. This tower is definitely the next objective. Can I get taken out?
Thompson's trying to get to his Octarine core. Maybe, try and hold on to buyback here, but he's a couple of hundred gold away from that even.
Tricky spot for him.
High ground defense still pretty good though, like you said in the draft. Thompson just spamming out lightning with a hoodwink as well, but a jump from Noob gets a grab onto 9 class. Nice sharpshooter to try and disjoint the initiation, but slain by the astral step damage at the end.
And Noob showing us why Void Spirit was a good pick. He's obviously a very, very solid Void Spirit player, but that initiation, you just can't really stop him. Gets onto a support, kills it, get out. Gonna find himself a DD rune as well, so nice reward after that kill. Tormentor just spawned here as well for Tundra, thinking about taking it. Gotta get where you can when you're on the back foot. Taking out Tormentor before it gets stolen, not a bad idea.
Quickly, boys, come on. bring everyone across here. Every lane being pushed in, though.
Yeah, they're being...
Mid shoved in, bottom being cut.
Being choked into their own base here. CK is trying to farm out with his illusions, but it feels pretty desperate at this point. They do have smokes available on the side of Tundra, and they're gonna do it on mid right now.
Man, trying to sweep out up into their own ancient spot where Thompson has just dewarded an observer. And Quest equally sprinting from the bottom jungle up to try and meet them. But this is where terrain, the advantage for Tundra holding the high ground on the staircases, could come into play. Observer on the low ground, they see the jump with an arena spear. They've caught out Malik here, trying to drag him back into the massive damage out of White Mod and Pure. That is so important for Tundra.
A great start to the fight there. And they tried to react in the best way they could with Quest, but they cannot really stop the single target burst if everybody just latches on like that. Ramses though.
Oh, but he's still gonna get caught here. Funny little spear. The Void Spirit jumped on top of him. Oh yeah, that double damage rune absolutely destroys the Mars as Quest, even without the Beastmaster, going high ground.
Just pushing still have the wind, of course. Very tanky. But the high ground defense is gonna poke them away here. I don't think they can really crack it without the beast nearby. They also did expand some of the stuff before for the fight. The pipe is on cooldown. They're gonna go hunting instead, looking for Pure.
Yeah, look for the Chaos Knight. Maybe think about setting up for next Roshan as well. Another pretty long spawn though on the big man. 2 minutes to go. The team's gonna know it's gonna be up in that dire side of the map though.
A little replay there of the spear moment. Very funny thing. I don't think he was even reacting necessarily. Just quick poke away.
And back to a little bit of calm. Gives breathing room to Tundra. Finish off the Octarine core, of course, on Thompson. Chaos Knight looking to finish off his Bloodthorn and gets an Assault Cuirass delivered now.
But did he not get vision of that ward? He got vision of it with the lightning bolt. The bottom ward here. 2 good wards for Dire. Needs to get found. I almost feel like even with Zeus in your team, you kind of want a gem just to really check for these wards when you're in this position. But of course, economy is tight. We see Whitemon is queuing up the gem next item, actually. He wants one on ET.
Especially if you're like potentially in different places of the map. ET kind of scouting out, looking for wards, hiding in fog. Zeus hitting creeps and farming. Don't want to waste my mana on dewarding.
Well, I did find one ward. There's still one in the area down there. Hoodwink. Getting jumped.
9 class, can we scurry away from the kisses? Noob closes the gap and has the damage from Omar. Backs him up.
Perfect jump on point. Oh, the fog war click right there. He didn't have vision on him, but clips him with his ulti. Zeus has to get back, and as Roche can spawn, or will spawn in 45 seconds, it's again looking like Quest just has the more dominant hold on the map.
Oh, I'm back. Just a little hiccup.
The Took a little nap.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome back.
It's Roche time soon.
It
Time
is
to
indeed.
wake up.
Yeah, 20
Hibernation's
seconds.
over.
Roche is about to wake up, and he's gonna have a lot of visitors around him. It's like waking up on your birthday, but a horror version instead. They're all here to kill you.
Surprise! Instead of balloons and cake, what is it? Death and murder.
Yeah,
Knives and
axes,
blood.
spears, and weird magic.
Goblins and fairies and funny looking people.
Grandma is here with a gun.
Thunder God's Wrath gives vision over onto Quest as they start Roshan. And Tundra just not in a position to go to contest this. So Aghanim's Scepter available with that Aegis as well. Who gets what?
Wins is holding the Aghanims. Did she pass it away?
Yeah, she gave it. She had two. She had her one she bought, and she handed the other one to someone else.
Oh yeah, she gave it to Void. Void Spirit already consumed his. So Void Spirit has the Aghanims and the cheese, and then the Aegis on the Wind Ranger. So the extra layer now. They have that silence and the double charges of the dissimulate or resonant pulse. Sorry.
It's a pretty good test from Tundra. Yeah, they've not been behind. They've not been losing games like this the entire tournament.
They really
That's
have
a chance for them to kind of go late game and show what they're made of. As Quest have looked incredible outside of, maybe that one period where they lost Malik and Noob in a row. Everything has been tidied up the remainder of the game.
They have also reached some good items here. They have the refresher over on the side of Mars. They have the gold for a full Bloodthorn next as well on CK if you want that. So a bit of item power spikes here coming in. Zeus working on a refresher, still only halfway there though.
And just showing like that they can quickly kill the Beastmaster as well in that previous fight definitely puts a wrench in the works for Quest in terms of just going high ground and
He has Aeon
pressuring.
Disc now though. He has it
Yes.
locked and ready, so he's gonna unlock it if he gets jumped. So bursting him is not a great option anymore as well.
It's like Tundra posed the question and now Malik has answered it. Tier 3 down in the mid lane. Rack's open now, but it looks like they're still hunting for Pure, who is isolated out on the map.
Yeah, chasing. Oh, he got caught. He doesn't have a way out of this one.
Shackle shot into chain disables, scythed up. The little piggy has nowhere to run.
Yeah, gets caught. Quick and easy pickoff here, and I think they even spotted them here before the smoke. They're running straight at them. I don't think they saw him actually, but they have a good read. Gem is gonna de-ward.
I guess the natural move is just like, oh, our CK's caught. Let's run to him. Let's go and try and force a fight. See if we can get to him before he dies.
Yeah,
A good understanding from Crest. That's kind of what was happening there.
trying in whatever way they can here to get something, but this smoke is gonna fizzle out into nothingness for Tundra. They do have 2 more smokes on ET still, so no shortage of smokes, but shortage of opportunities for them.
Wave almost cleared with the spam from Tundra, but the double catapults are still here. And bodyguarded by Malik and Noob, who just step up to the front lines to bring down the melee barracks. And Tundra don't want to buy back on this CK. 20 seconds to go, so they'll glyph, try and delay the push as much as they can. And hold on to the secondary and tertiary lanes.
They're just accepting it. They're gonna lose the mid lane of Rax here. 10 seconds for the CK. I don't think they're gonna stop though. Quest looking confident with that Aegis in hand. Wind Ranger using her ulti even. Perhaps that means that they are gonna back out. Doubt they want to fight without it.
Look at Pure, just TPing right in front of their faces as well. Like, yeah, you want to continue pushing? Oh, I don't think so.
5 seconds for the Wisdom Rune. Gonna go Void Spirit's way here, I think.
Not really a good way to get out of the base as Tundra either. You kind of got to wait and see if Quest make a move and, TP out elsewhere. Try and back up, then they can maybe swing out, find some stragglers.
Yeah. I mean, they're just in a very firm hold right now. All of them just sitting in an aggressive position. We see Quest moving around. Preparing if anyone sneaks out bottom here of Tundra. So Tundra are just stuck right now.
So Pure pops Phantasm to push out bottom wave, push out mid wave, but also holds a couple of illusions in the mid lane with his real hero in case the fight breaks out.
Yeah, I mean, the Phantasm is a big commitment, so they could try and fight after it. It's sometimes hard to tell if he used Phantasm or if it's just Manta with new facets, since he can get the new innate. He can get the extra illusion. Oh, jump onto Thompson here. Gets hexed up.
Oh, and in come the kisses. Noble dragging back with a remnant. TA2000's here as well. Zeus does have buyback, but they've also made the secondary move onto the Mars in the back. Ramsey is up on this high ground, thought he was safe, goes invis, hides away. Now, with a roar on him though, doesn't get to spend any of his spells just yet. But Pure trying to jump into the back, Malik getting zapped by that Nimbus as Ramses finally launches the Arena Spear, but that's it, he's dead. 70 seconds with no Mars, and you're still trying to deal with the Aegis Wind Ranger, the cheese on the Void Spirit, with the Ether Remnant taking out Whitemont. Elder Titan gone with no buyback on him, and Pure so controlled. Phantasm is there, but this looks disastrous for Tundra right now. A 5 versus 3 as Pure has so much on his plate. Thompson gliding it up again as Malik makes the walk forward. TA2000 has a shackle shot, catching onto the Hoodwink in the back. Pure running for the fountain, but this little piggy's going to market. Chopped up, sent to the butcher, and 9 class is dead as well. The roadkill Hoodwink splat on the ground.
Dear God, that turned morbid quickly there. Poor roadkill. But yeah, impressive stuff from Quest here. They absolutely dominate another fight. They're on the back of the Hex. Otherwise, they have not bled this tournament. They have been looking absolutely stellar. So we'll see if they can recover here. And doing it with a bristleback. Definitely not what a lot of teams would fall back to. Like, oh, we're 1 down. We need to secure a win here. Hey, let's just go bristleback that nobody has played.
Yeah, you'd expect the Dragonite or the Sven to come back out again. One of these big, potent heroes. Yeah, the bristleback a cool one. I guess, like you said, against all these summons, pretty damn handy. And I guess in the lane potential there with a Jakiro just to bully a Beastmaster and a Gyro early on.
Yeah, it could.
And 30 seconds to battle.
It's a lane that can be underestimated a lot now. He does have the level 0 Warpath to get some extra damage as well, so he can run you down. See some moves here. Omar cruising forward, pretending to ward.
Hello.
He has a lot of movement speed.
He does. There's a movement speed and armor, right? Gyro has pretty high armor level 1, so maybe could be able to withstand a bit of that early nasal goo spam.
Nice detail there as well. He went and checked for a ward on the cliff, so he knows that there's no observer on the bottom cliff at least, because he walked in and checked for aggro. Not just mid that you can do this. And mid, gonna get dewarded here.
And Ducalis kills it off. But it was the Tiny with the sentry, right?
He had the sentry? I don't know if he bought the sentry.
Oh, okay. Well, he had it. So I guess it was Ducalis' sentry that gave to him.
Yeah. Mid players, we don't buy sentries, dude.
Even for the money for an observer ward?
You never know. It's never a guarantee. Can't get into that risky investment.
Well, already lane under tower for Noob. And Thompson putting a bit of that early pressure on.
Yeah, that's what we're going to see with the Stinger. Has to be careful about the toss back under tower, though, as Tiny does reach level 2. Even though we got an eye on Sand King, that bonus experience from the D ward actually gets his level 2.
Oh, true. Do wards have souls then?
Yes, I believe so. Since Shadow Fiend is the great measuring stick for what has a soul detector in Dota. Yeah, I believe the wards do indeed have souls. I'm not sure. I
don't know. We need to go test that. Because we had that topic come up with cogs being changed, but TA traps maybe not. Observer wards have souls. What about plague wards? Venomancer's out there.
Most things used to have a soul, but it's Valve coming out here and killing the soul of things.
Everything is now canonically ginger. The red-headed bastard child. Soulless creatures.
Yeah.
On Bristleback, 5 and 4 so far. Also under his tower here as the lane gets shoved in pretty hard. And up atop, Ramses alongside 9 class, Doom and Rubik against the Chen TA. What does Ducalis bring to the table here? How hard is this lane for TA2000?
It's pretty easy lane for TA, honestly. She does decent against the Doom early on. It's not that difficult. Chen is a pretty good bully in the early laning. So especially against a melee hero like Doom, the TA just spamming meld whenever he comes up. Had a great start so far, 10 and 3 for last hits, but at the same time Doom been pulling the creeps and getting some nice CSing, so he's at 10 and 3 as well after this one.
Yeah, really just the
It's
bristle
like
back.
a farm trade for now. The real question is going to be who activates and when. The boots on Doom is going to be big, so he can run people down. Mana boots might come in even. So, I think he got a Bassi? Yeah.
Chasing Jukalis. A lot of damage onto this Chen. 9 classes turned on though, but first blood is grabbed by Ramses.
Great start
Chen,
for
the
him
first
there.
one to die.
This is what he needed last game. He didn't get a good start last game, but now not doing too poorly. It's actually holding Devour as a counter tool to the Chen. He's going to use it in the end here, but definitely not devouring off cooldown. He was considering it for a while if he should use it or not.
Right, wait to see what the Chen brings out to the lane.
Dire's top
And
tower
currently, yeah,
is
Doom
under
with the lightning
attack.
creep. Pretty damn nice. Mid spot, dead even between the two of them. Noob not too happy stepping into Sandstorm though, as you mentioned, Topson much faster at shoving the wave and then going back to stack and farm the jungle. Looks like it is blocked though, with a dire sentry over in that camp, so doesn't have access just yet to start the stacks.
Yeah, that's a good preemptive move, slowing down the farm of him a little bit. And he also doesn't get lucky. He gets the Centaur, not the creep camp he wants to see. He wants to see Satyrs. He wants to see maybe Wolves even. Something that is a bit easier and quicker to farm. He's still going to make short work of this Centaur camp, though.
Yeah, take it down bit by bit. Omar is walking across though, but this scouted means Malik gets pressured away from the creep wave.
Yeah, and he's trying to stop the D ward. He's going to succeed, too. Omar, right place, right time.
Oh, good stuff, yeah. It's a double whammy here, right? I mean, maybe triple. He pressures Topson, good damage onto him, stops the D-ward, guards the water rune just with his presence there. So it looks like Tiny can grab the top one and maybe down the bottom as well. As Omar moves forward now, making a lot of swift moves here to also protect Malik in this bottom lane.
Yeah, gets back to the lane. Malik was struggling a bit under tower there as the aggressive play was coming in. But being protected again by his gyrocopter, who's hovering around. Now with a full salve up, he can start playing the lane a bit.
God, that stinger out of Sand King. Just goodbye, creep wave.
Yep.
Disappears very quickly.
It really just blows up the creep super fast. It's one of the main reasons why it's good. Play it.
Malik's dead though. The pure and white one. Catch up to him.
Can
And
he
now
get either? Both? Nobody?
these quill sprays are stacking up. And Pure might be able to turn here and fight back into this. The rocket barrage, the fog hiding in the trees. Pure stayed alive and gets both of them.
The kiting,
Whitemon
man.
surviving as well. The boars can't catch up to it. Beautiful
Meanwhile, on
spread.
top, Ramses
Correct.
actually falls to TA2000 as well. So at least a win on that lane over for the side here. Man,
mean,
that
it's
was some
off-lanes.
expert kiting. Got died to the neutral here. Whitemon says, you know what, I need HP, I need mana. I'm out of here. Pure, meanwhile, doesn't really want to die. He's just going to run back and meet his boots, salve up, and get back to lane.
He's got to recover his stats, you know, his KDA. Bring it back. He had 8 deaths in that previous game.
Yeah, that was like as many deaths as he had throughout the entire tournament so far.
Yeah, it was 11. It was like 11 before that game. 11 deaths across, 8 games or something.
Yeah, well, really getting tested here by Quest. Quest who are playing for the power runes on both sides. It's gonna spawn bottom. Gyrocopter trying to zone out Whitemon.
Omar, right place, right time. These first 6 minutes has been spot on the money in terms of positioning, but he's overstepped his bounds this time as Tundra bring 9 classes, that additional hero to guard the mid spot. It does mean Noob gets the arcane rune though.
Noob looking for a kill here. Has Observer Ward. Spotted Jakiro for a little bit.
And that should be a simple freebie.
Okay, quick
Kill him
pick
off with
there
a
for him.
toss.
Looks like he's queuing up the power treads. So might not just Giga Rush into the Bullink, but
Dire's
actually
middle
wants to be able to
tower
right
is
click as
under
well for
attack.
himself.
Looks like Ramses top lane, even though 9 class made that rotation. The Doom stays alive, doesn't get pressured too hard by the THN. He's doing pretty well for himself.
He's doing alright. The lane gets more difficult now though with level 6 on the
Radiant's
TA.
middle
She's
tower
starting to
is
put down
under
traps,
attack.
already putting 1 on the outposts, covering any rotation.
Oh, the stack stealing. You've made some stacks over here, have you? For your Bristleback and your Sand King? Oh, Noob is going to grab them. It's being pinged out here. Jakiro knows it's happening, but there's just nothing they can do about it.
Too late. Can't really stop it. Tiny kills it off so fast with that toss. Insane damage. We're starting to see him move around quickly here, just shoving the mid creep wave very fast. One toss and then he runs somewhere else. Bottom now, center of attention.
9 class is thirsty. He wants kills. He'll get one.
Yeah.
The boar is dead.
Big kill right there. They took down a boar that was about to time out anyway.
Hey,
the other
money.
boar is off stacking somewhere. We have big stacks being made again by Quest.
It's gold that didn't previously exist on the map. That is gained by the Rubik.
He's a magician. He can conjure it.
An alchemist. More stacks, but now contested.
Tundra
Onto Omar. A gyrocopter. Taken out by Pure. Noob does pop a double damage, but he's by the mid tier 1 as Thompson and Pure, they sprint into the Ancients area here. It's a large camp, but no Ancient stack.
TA TPing, they're contesting this. Everybody coming.
Try and fight back into Tundra's move. As Thompson still in the sandstorm, sentries down, gives them visions. Yeah. Very quickly dispatched with by Ducalis and TA 2000.
Looked a bit silly there, just sticking around in a sandstorm. Obviously, a detection comes in and he's just killed off very quick and easy. Didn't really look like a mid laner kill.
Now toss forward. Omar used as a farming tool. And Noob with the double damage going to get a few big hits onto that tier 1 mid.
The true support just being a cannonball. And then tossing onto a tower. Takes a chunk out of the HP there.
Yeah, some heavy hits from Noob's Tiny.
He's progressing very fast. His item progression coming in. Top, looking for Doom now.
I think kill off Ramses would be a big one. He's going for the TP and he succeeds. While down in that bottom jungle, watching Noob and Omar again pairing up. Bottom jungle pretty much has belonged to them these first 10 minutes as they storm into action. And you're talking about Tiny's progression. Yeah, Blink Dagger just 700 gold away now. And he's gone for this build I've seen from Supreme. The treads, the soul ring, little bits and bobs here and there. Not going for the kind of brown boots rush into Blink, which was common a while back, or the face boots into Blink, which I feel I've seen a lot from POS4s. Is this now just the mid-Tiny build?
I prefer this. I think this is the more suitable build for what you're doing. You get a little bit of right-click speed as well, because you do attack really, really hard. So it would be a shame not to use that. And I don't think you need to get the Blink super fast anyway. Look at his farm rate. He's going to have a very nice timing on the Blink either way. And this way he just secures his own scaling. At the same time, we can talk about how Thompson is also ahead of him in farm. He is at 5.3, 5.4 now net worth, going for a Shiva's Rush. So Doom is not going Shiva's Rush. They're doing it on the Sand King. Doom is going for a Blink Dagger Rush. No Midas from Ramses?
Huh.
No Greed?
What's going on there? Which facet does he have?
He's got the Devil's Bargain. So these bracers eventually gonna get sold for big stonks.
Yeah, that's for damn sure.
But wouldn't you buy a Midas if you do have this facet? The Devil's Bargain? You can just sell it afterwards.
That's an indication that Ramses wants to play a bit more aggro.
For
They
sure.
had enough in game 1 of sitting back and watching their opponents walk at them.
It's what he's been doing, is what's been working out really well for them overall. It didn't work out that well in the previous game, but overall throughout this Riyadh group stage, they have been having a lot of success on the back of his aggressive self-sacrificial off-laning.
When two supports just sit with Pure down bottom.
They cleared out a lot of Ancients with the Beastmaster, but still needs 1200 gold for his Aghanim Scepter.
Yeah, 1,000 gold for the Bristleback's Aghanim Scepter, but he's being tossed and roared around at the tier 1 bottom. But Pure is so tanky. He had his back turned and he's still going to get finished off. Of course, Quest bringing numbers down south. Hasted Sand King running around, maybe considering re-entering the fight.
And
As a
Doom again.
Right onto the TA with a Macropire down on top of her. The Burrow Strike Sandstorm, the damage over time, it all adds up. TA 2000 dead, so the 1-for-1 carry trade comes in here in a 5v5 fight where everyone spends everything.
Everything used, and they say, you know what, carries died, that's fine, let's back out. Let's reset, and we see people scramble back to their lanes. Thompson immediately TPing mid.
Everything except Hand of God.
Yeah, that's a little bit awkward, but I think he got... I don't know. He had it earlier, but he can't save anyone against the Doom, right? So he couldn't save the TA. That's what we talked about in the drafts. And the rests weren't low enough, so no reason to pop the Hand of God.
Yeah, that is awkward, isn't it? Like, we've got a Chen with Hand of God. You're stuck in Macropie, you're doomed up. I can't do anything.
Yeah, I can't save you. And that's why they picked the Doom here, I think. They counter out the healing. The Beast and the Chen are really not gonna enjoy it.
Super nice. A noob, it is Blink debut time. He's currently invis, but I think, like, they're pinging this out. I think he was scouted, right? That's Radiant Vision. He was under tower.
Yeah. Also, they did see the Blink Dagger earlier on the bottom fight. He did have it in that fight. They're aware there's the danger of him blinking. He might go on 9 class here. 9 class. Oh, insta tosses him away. Hold up.
Hey! Hey! That's a bit cheeky. Thompson. Oh, he's in here as well onto noob.
Damn. That was some quick reaction. He actually walked up and did the toss from the low ground. He didn't have vision for sure there. Actually, he did have the Watcher behind. Oh. He just not realized he was on a Watcher?
It's just a Radiant Watcher, right?
Yeah, I thought it was dire because on the minimap it's red. It's always weird when you're an observer.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out the whole vision situation there because they... Orange pinged it. Like, Thompson pinged when the Tiny moved across by the tower when he was invis, but they had a Sentry and a Watcher there, I guess.
Yeah, for a little bit, you get spotted if you make that move that he did on Tiny. He got spotted by the tower anyway.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, nice play. Nice play by 9 class just walking up there.
Spamming that toss. We've seen a few of these plays. I remember one back in South American Dota where we had it was Dark Mago, but it was a Tiny against the Bat Rider. Bat Rider jumps in and Tiny was like preemptively spamming toss. And it's like, that reaction there, it's like, oh, he's good, he's got me. Yeah, well done.
You can't really do much about that. Just gonna die, and that's a huge pick-off to get as well. This Tiny needs to be shut down. Can't let him take over the game. Wisdom Runes are gonna spawn. Neither team there at the spawn timing of the Wisdom Runes. Everybody kind of busy doing something else.
Yeah, busy farming. Aghanim Scepter finished up for the Bristleback. Look at these last hit values.
Yeah. Also, Aghanim's an 800 gold finished on the Malik Beastmaster.
Ramsey's busy body blocking rather than collecting Wisdom Rune.
We'll see who is gonna be the first real aggressor here. Also, he did go back for, he went back for Midas. Wait, didn't he go for Blink? Did he buy Blink, sell Blink on the Doom?
He had Blink for sure in his inventory.
So he bought Blink, sold the Blink after taking a fight with it, then went and bought Midas. We're finally seeing it, Garrett. Someone using the devil's bargain to do cheeky stuff. Ramses is the one bringing it to us. He did have a Blink bottom for sure. So yeah, that's a nice little detail here.
And you were so convinced he was going to buy Midas, and you're like, why is he buying Blink? It's Ramses. Where's your Midas?
It was just the order of operations that I got wrong. I thought it was Midas into Blink, but it was a Blink into Midas.
I was like, how much gold do you lose from that?
You lose 10% of the value.
0.1 times 250 equals... So you lose 225 gold.
Yeah, but you get it back very quickly when you pop Midas. First Midas is 160 golds. So... and it's about the levels as well. It's definitely an interesting thing to have done. He now buys the Blink again, so he repurchases it. It's a very cheap investment to do this. When you make a deal with the devil, Gareth, you can do anything.
The devil's going to come for your soul no matter what, though. Devil's bargain.
And Doom definitely does have a soul. That's confirmed.
Yeah. How many? He's been down a hell a few times.
Tier 1 tower taken out without any real resistance. The power rune. A bit of a play for it. Thompson gets the shield rune bottled up. He has the Shivas complete on the Sand King, so he's pretty damn thick now. And speaking of counter healing, you now have Doom and the Shivas on Sand King. Prevent the healing.
Yeah, good luck staying alive. White Mon is going to get jumped here with a call down and a TA blink. So TA 2000 showing off that freshly purchased mobility item.
They might want to fight still. They have the shield rune here on Sand King. He's feeling strong.
And a mech on 9 class as well. I mean, countering the healing of your opponents, bringing healing of your own. Steps up, sees 2, Omar and Noob. The first point of contact, but in comes the Doom with Pure's Bristleback, doing so much damage out of these quill sprays. The Sandstorm. It's not something they can walk through. Malik is doomed and killed off. 2 cores are down. Omar's in trouble. Pure are just spamming. Spell after
Blink
spell,
on TA.
stacking up the minus armor. They're on the TA now. The buyback from Noob's coming in, but TA2000's in some serious trouble. They're trying to heal her up. There's green on the floor. Noob's brought back to come in and toss around Thompson, but he's so tanky. Like you said, the Sand incredibly thick. Staying alive with the Macropire drop down from Whitemon. Noob's die back. Ace emerging here as he's gone for a minute now.
It's a complete disaster. Bristleback already up and farming top, and meanwhile, Tundra taking over the bottom part of the map here. The TA had Blink for just a bit of a second there. She didn't get the Blink out before the Sand King got her in the claws, and once that stun comes in, Sandstorm quickly gets rid of your fraction charges. She couldn't leave anymore. Just gets caught. She really needs Hurricane Pike against this as well, but it's too early, right? There's only 17 minutes into the game.
And this is much more like the Tundra we've seen previously in the tournament. They're 5k ahead. They're making these moves like posturing in enemy ancients. Are just sitting there waiting for a fight to come, resetting, putting yourself in a position where you see the targets coming. I just that fight starts with 9 class walking into the middle of them. You know, a mech Rubik. You mentioned how, you know, kind of the hidden tankiness of this hero. Very apparent there.
Someone had to initiate, and you don't want to reveal your doom, so yeah, just send him in forward here, and we can see how they immediately decide to burst the Beastmaster. The moment he blinks in, Ramses says, yep, you're getting a doom, you're not gonna stay alive. They ignore the TA in this fight. She doesn't have Deso yet, so could just let her do her right clicks. That's fine. Eventually they came back to jump her later on.
How many freaking Seeds of Serenity do we have?
Oh, the jump on Pure.
Oh, the damage comes in just enough.
Enough people there.
And a well-placed call down, catching up to Whitemon. And Quest showing there are no slouches here. If they see a target, they're going to come in and burst them. Plenty of initial massive damage, but they're going to get turned on. Catching up the TA, the Gyrocopter disappears, and under this sandstorm, massive damage out of Tundra.
These 2 cores are getting real strong now. The Crimson Guard is here because he again sold his Midas. He's now queuing up another Midas. Ramses is just in the business. He's buying, selling, he's trading between every TP to a lane here. He's Googling the stock prices as we speak. Look at this man.
The art of the deal.
Yeah, truly. Getting an early Crimson Guard timing off it. You know, I really like what we see from him, though. It's such a low investment on a 2,000 gold item. Just losing about 200 gold or so is whatever, and instead he's getting himself to these big timings.
Well, my class pairing up with Thompson up top, trying to kill off Malik here. Oh, barely kills the Beastmaster as Ramses getting in behind, but a Centaur stomp buys some time for Ducalis to slip through the forest, tuck himself in the tree line. But Thompson, well, he doesn't see him. They see the TP now. He's long gone.
Sneaky TP spot. Good TP out by the Chen. Gonna stay alive there, but Tundra have really flipped this game on its head. Started out a little bit tough, didn't really look that great for them, but now nice control, 5k lead, and they're building on it.
And right down to Roshan. 20 minutes here.
BKB on the bristle, so he's not gonna go down as easily as last time they ganked him. Quest are gonna go for the immediate Tormentor.
Yeah, this really is the first time. Like, we've talked about it so much. We've seen a little bit of like the pipe Greaves selling and buying scaling Doom with this bargain. But this is the first time I've really seen and felt the effect of buy Blink, sell Blink, buy Midas, sell Midas, buy Crimson, buy Midas, sell Midas. You know, Ramsey must have a flow chart somewhere, or Moonmiana's in his ear saying, right, you know, it's time, you know. Midas is on cooldown, you can buy it in 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's really funny. He's actually just looking at the game in a very different way than any other hero could, where he can adapt on the fly here. Right now, he's got that Crimson Guard, and probably that's going to stay in his inventory. But should they need a pipe, for instance, here, if they want to hit a timing, he could even sell the Blink, buy a pipe, and suddenly they have double auras now. He's so flexible, very adaptable into this.
Yeah, it's like, what do I need to win the next fight? What do I need to win the game? You can just drop everything, buy something new.
Yeah. The double bracers are still staying there, though. They are still useful for him. All this swapping around.
And usually in a game, when you have to respec your character, you've got to pay quite a bit of money, right? I mean, that's Doom.
Able to do a little bit almost for free. It's definitely not a bad deal to be able to adapt to whatever threat you have, and making Doom look a lot more solid of a pick than some of these other players who have been playing Doom. I haven't really been able to utilize him like this.
I'm not a barbarian, I'm a sorcerer. I'm not a sorcerer, I'm a bard. He's going around shredding on his guitar. He's all sorts of stuff here as he rebuys the Hand of Midas again.
He's multi-classing for a cheap fee of 10%.
22-minute rune. Shield for Thompson again. Oh, he's so incredibly tanky. Bloodstone, of course, ready as he swings into Blink. And we're seeing more and more of this, you know, Bloodstone kind of rush. Did go for the Shivers God first, but Bloodstone a core item on this mid-sanking for sure.
Definitely, yeah. A good item. I'm not as in love with the first item, Bloodstone. I think in this game, the Shivas could just be a reaction to the Beastmaster and the Chen, but I think I like it more overall. Sanking usually dies to physical right clicks. He's not a very high armor hero, but with the Shivas, he's sitting at 30 armor, so it's not that easy to burst him. And again, he has a shield rune, so they're looking for a fight with this. Over on the side of Quest, they don't have their items quite yet. Still way off their BKB. Tiny has Blink and Echo Saber, I guess, but I think you really need the BKBs to come in before you can fight into Tundra's 5-man.
We've got our ultis here as well, all across for Tundra. It feels like their ultis have been far more impactful. The Doom, the Epicenter, not even using it right now, knowing they've got enough in the tank to bring down Omar. He's got a mech. By a little bit of time for himself, but eventually the gyrocopter will cease to fly.
Yeah, just slowly being brought down here. No chance to stay alive, really, as they hunt for more. At the same time, Pure just pushing down mid lane, confidently going for a tier 2 tower with his Aegis in hand. Nobody wants to fight him.
And Noob cutting the wave. Top lane pushed in by TA2000, so at least a little bit of map space here for Quest. And they know they're playing into the 2 minutes of Aegis on a bristleback, so kind of difficult to challenge Pure as he just waltzes up the high ground and onto your tier 3 tower. 24 minutes in.
Yeah, this is a knock-knock moment right here, but they lose quite a bit of HP. 800 HP gone from that tower. Finally getting forced back as well, while Tundra are just taking over more and more map control here.
That's very much a setup for next time, right? Next time they come, the tier 3's dying, racks are falling. Maybe with that second Aegis later down the line.
Conundrum here. Does she buy the shard or does she just hold out for the BKB? Feels like playing TA without shard is just a big concession as well. Not having that silence on the traps really hurts, but she needs to scale as a core. Gonna go for a Tormentor steal. Finds herself in the right position for this.
That's pretty nice. Is there a chance she gets the shard?
No, I don't think so yet. She's the top farmer, and we don't see shard yet on the Beastmaster and the Tiny. It's gonna go the way of the Chen. So it's the
jump in. Thompson starts it. Beastmaster lifted back into Macropire, but Malik has BKB. Trying to turn and fight back, but the physical damage from the bristleback brings the Beastmaster down, and Omar completely wide open. Killed off with no buybacks here on Quest as they're being dived under tier 4s. Ducalo's going to get shredded. Double kill comes through for Pure. And now we're looking at this push up to high ground continuing potentially. But oh, the creep waves are nowhere nearby.
Yeah, Beastmaster is trying to push with his boar, trying to drag the creep wave away, but his boar's timing out.
And they'll still stick around. If they can find another kill here, get the creep wave up to tier 3. And they know there's, what, 20 seconds at least to be able to bring down a full lane.
Good time to be auto-attacking in here. Still have the Aegis for 26 more seconds as well. So Pure can get his HP back, but I think they can happily back and reset here. They got a ton of kills, good base damage, forced everybody home. TA is out there on the map finishing up her BKB right now. But they're gonna go back home, and they got rewarded big time for that dive.
And they're just vacuuming up the rest of the creeps on the way back as well. It's not just a TP to lanes with everyone. Pure and Whitemon are filtering back, taking some camps with them. And of course, the rest of them did move back to push out the other lanes.
Scoring a ton of farm for sure. Sanking also quickly working his way towards what looks like an Octarine core. I think Thompson is probably a pro player who loves Octarine core the most.
Yeah.
Speaking of Thompson, he's getting ganked here.
Oh, look at him! Hang on! He's gone in on this. Hey, is he tanky enough to withstand 5? Oh, no, not this time.
That looks a bit crazy from our perspective, but he didn't really have that much vision. He just wanted to jump whatever he saw. Sadly, it was everybody right there, except for Noob and his Tiny, of course.
I wonder what the comments are like. Oh, I've got some.
I caught them, guys.
I found him.
Yeah, I was definitely stuck in here with you. Moment.
Well, A move going well for Quest, finally. It's been a long time coming for them to actually get a bit of momentum to build on this map now. Of course, they were looking
bit
to
of Deso damage stack as well for the TA. Hasn't been
Yes.
involved in any kills apart from this one since she got the Deso. Finally getting to add a little bit.
I mean, look at that big difference there. 8.3k damage out of the TA, 10k from the Tiny. Big numbers being posted, though, by the Radiant Cores, as it looks like Noob is going to be able to BKB TP home. Doom expended.
I feel like Thompson is really the man of the hour, though, this game. I mean, obviously, he just threw a little bit there, blinking in, but his impact this game has been enormous with the Mid Sand King, making it look good. I have not really been a fan of the Mid Sand King ever since the Dust Devil nerf. I've seen a few Mid Sand Kings, I haven't been impressed, but he's making it look very, very strong in this game, and I think a lot of it comes back to that he went for Shivas instead of the Bloodstone. He wasn't very easy to kill with the physical damage lineup from the TA, for instance.
Yeah, I think I've only seen it like 3 times start to finish. Laurel twice with 1 win, 1 loss, and then this is the 3rd time. And yeah, it's been like, you know, a 50-50 for Laurel. It's been okay, it's been all right, and then quite poor. But Thompson really bringing the pain here with this, you know, Shiva's Guard, a nice addition that you pointed out earlier on.
Master smoking up together with his friends here. Chen and Gyrocopter joining in. Even TA might get brought into this gank onto the Bristle. Can he get the BKB out?
Always roared. Pure. That minus armor. It stacks up. Bristle dead for 70. Another window here for Quest to make the map their own.
Big pick off, and Tundra caught a little bit slow here, even though they have a big advantage. Suddenly it's flipped, and Quest are the ones fighting back.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I felt like Tundra were just building, but yeah, you're right. Kind of caught napping. And tier 2 tower up top. Looks like it's a quick one here for TA 2000. And how far are we from Roshan? We'll find out in a couple of seconds. The quick spawn is about now.
Early spawn is 1 minute 5 seconds is what we're gonna get. So a little bit of a timing window. The Bristleback is gonna respawn in time. He has his AC, of course. He didn't look very tanky in that fight, but he was also completely alone. If they group up right now, they are quite durable on the side of Tundra. Have an Octarine core on the Doom now as well, so not just Thompson being an Octarine enjoyer.
It really is a resilient draft from Tundra. You said Noob could have some struggles here with the mid-tiny to really connect with these heroes. Difficult to kill any of them, even the supports.
This is a stark contrast to his last performance on Tiny, where it was 16-1 and 15 or whatever. Here, he just can't burst anybody. Everybody is pretty tanky. Like I mentioned earlier, the Rubik, he's sitting at 46% magic resistance just off his low spell amp.
Animals. The menagerie. Little zoo of Chen over in the Roche pit as they are just waiting for the big man to respawn.
Patiently. This is very, very patient, considering it could be 2 more minutes until he spawns, but they are gonna get paid off for their patience. That was an investment in Roche respawning. Imagine if it was 2 more minutes that they had to wait here. They would just be sitting around.
Was it sunk cost fallacy? You know, when do you say enough's enough? You know, never. You sit there and you wait. We've spent a minute here, we'll spend another, and then we'll spend another.
You sit there until enough racks have fallen. But yeah, Tundra are now finding themselves in an awkward spot. They want to be the aggressors, but Quest are the ones who have the Aegis and Cheese in hand.
And they did set themselves up pretty nicely with the lane pushing, though. Bottom and mid have to be dealt with here, and now Tundra kind of playing into that top jungle around their vision.
TA gonna go for a Tormentor again here with the help of her friends. Has the Shadow Blade as well, going for that Silver Edge to have break against this Bristleback.
Like, it didn't feel like they needed it in that previous pick-off, but like you said, he was alone. They'll need it when he's gathered up with his team.
Exactly. It's more dangerous the more people are involved in the team fight. If it's just a pick-off, it's one story. Everybody's there. You might need this break. It's a good DPS item for TA still. Not as amazing as it used to be, but not a terrible pickup.
Did Tiny have different cosmetics for his different levels? Has he always been this little crab guy?
Wasn't he always crab? I thought he was crab.
Okay, maybe I'm crazy. I thought he was normal Tiny earlier on, but I'll just be losing my damn mind.
Maybe
now he's a mile lurk
equipped. You
the
can customize
Mile
a lot
from
in Dota
Fallout
nowadays.
Yeah, you can. That's why I was wondering if he's like, you know, normal baby Tiny, then some kind of massive rock middle tiny, then crab big tiny. And multiple
Confusing if I was playing
evolutions.
against that. Speaking of anti-healing, by the way, we've been focusing how Tundra are countering out the healing from the side of Quest. But Tundra also rely a bit on healing now with the Bristleback having his Paladin Sword and building a Satanic next item. So we have a Shivas coming in next, it seems like, for the Beastmaster. Trying to be ready for the healing Reliant Bristleback.
That's going to be pretty handy. How does this fight start? Quest smoked coming from the right-hand side. Lines drawn to wrap around a long way. It looks like Whitemon has made the call that they are around their Tormentor and potentially coming down around them.
Might see both teams go around each other like this. We literally have arrows coming in here. Thank you, Noob. Being very clear in how you guys want to go.
So the El Nino effect, you know, a hurricane building around the warm air down in this bottom lane. They cycle around and around each other.
We'll see. Get a little wrap around here. See if they can avoid getting smoke revealed.
I was like, Ramsey's in a good position on high ground. I mean, the Tundra are just on high ground in general, up on the staircases. And it looks like Quest are saying, screw this, we're going to push bottom tier 1, get a bit of map space for ourselves, rather than rushing into you.
Tiny gets a tower, pushing bottom a little bit, building towards item. They are close to a lot of items, so makes sense they don't really want the confrontation.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, and then playing under their own vision. And of course, the commandments of Dota. Play under wards.
Are scanning.
Protect your vision and play into them.
And now we don't have a smoke. We do have a smoke on Jakiro still. He could pop it here. After clearing this camp, he's going to do it. So he wants to smoke into the lineup of Quest. He knows that they're behind here.
Oh, man.
And TA is running away from this. If they don't have her nearby, could be a bit awkward. They're just going to go for a free pick.
Yeah, they saw the gyro push that wave. Omar's an absolute freebie here. Yeah, you can mech, you can Pavis, but you're dead.
No way out of that one. Can't really stand against everybody alone. So you do get the kill. Meanwhile, though, the creep wave did die down there. And all of Quest are moving up to take the top area.
Kind of crazy still how Quest are the ones with Aegis, but they're still trying to weasel themselves into a good position. Tundra, these tanky fellas just pushing waves, playing as 5, seem very difficult to break past.
Effectively, Quest are ahead in gold and they're ahead in advantage with the Aegis and the cheese. But even so, I think the item timings and the heroes, the way it works out, Tundra are way stronger in a 5v5 fight right now. If they get an honest fight, just both teams even initiation, then Tundra should be dominating it.
TA 2000.
Ooh, risky business.
Spooky times.
There's no gem though. We don't see
And a
him.
jump. Further back though, it's Thompson starting things out on Ducalis.
Got a pick.
The Chen is down. I'll lift back the Tiny as well. TA 2000, pop the BKB, faces off against the Rubik. 9 class, he is slain, perishes to the Templar Assassin who overseal tokens back towards safety. Omar, he's come in to try and save the day, but look at the TA 2000, nearly dies straight up to the Bristleback, goes into meld, blinks back to safety now, but Noob has been left stranded in the Sandstorm. Oh, he's got cheese and a BKB though. Malik, his BKB ends and he's doomed up. The target acquisition here from Tundra has been exceptional. Going from one target to the other, killing a core, popping the Aegis. Does have a blink dagger though, gets back behind tier 4s.
Quick blink away there. If he had Sandstorm on Sand King, if they had some more abilities to stop him, maybe they could have gone a really big kill there. They hold for now on the side of Quest. 2 buybacks used, one on Rubik, one on Chen. Beastmaster dead for 50. Might just
Glyph expended as well.
Here. Yeah, they forced a few things, but looks like they're still going to be happy just backing and resetting here. They're in a favorable position on Ramsey's and the boys. Tundra here, holding more important part of the map. TA with that sneaky play in the start of the fight, though. I think that was instrumental to them actually holding.
Beastmaster scouting with his courier. Malik sends it over Tundra, but that's kind of given away their positioning here as Thompson goes right onto Omar. Not able to catch up to him and kill him off just yet. Ramsey's going for a bit of a poke and a prod as well. And Tundra, they've held onto this position around the enemy Tormentor spot as Quest try to get back in towards them, thinking about re-entering.
Difficult fight to take against this Bristleback, though, with the DD rune as well. It's timing out soon.
it just feels so awkward for both teams to find that opening. Like, everyone's so tanky. We're so reliant on that first jump to come in from Tiny or Thompson Sanking that
they're so evenly matched right now. The teams are very close. Both of them have all these items for survivability. Thompson is angling here for an advantage.
So far, I just felt like the TA's kind of struggled a bit. Even with that nice move to wrap in from behind, TA2000 can't stand his ground and fight. Always has to be thinking about blinking away, trying to play defensively.
Yeah, even as the Ogre Seal told him for exactly that, just trying to stay alive. I bet you he had some other nice options as well for neutral items, but prioritizes the repositioning here in this game.
It desperately needs it. Nice to see Quest playing out on the map as well, knowing that they are kind of being...
Scanning.
The Midas is gone again on Ramses, this time replaced by a refresher.
Oh, yeah.
Dire's bottom
Is he going to buy the Midas again?
And then refresh it, use it, and then sell it.
Yes.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. He does have a gem as well, so he's kind of full on inventory.
Dire's bottom
There goes those tier 3s. Tundra set up quite a bit earlier, thinking back 15 minutes ago, where they took that tier 3 mid down quite low as Noob makes the jump right on in onto Pure. The break in the damage kills the Bristleback off. Now Thompson, he's half HP, stuck in his Sandstorm, but with a nice path and a bit of a stun back into them. He's life stealing up off the
Noob is in
Bloodstone,
again.
but he's got so much damage coming on top of him. He's down. Ramses has managed to kill off the TA in the back, thanks to Thompson's Sandstorm, though. And another very back-and-forth fight where you've both lost your carry and your off-laner.
So slow.
Well, your mid laner even. As Noob is dragged back into another ice path. Infernal Blade. Noob about to die. Tries to punch back. Omar now stuck in the middle of 3 as well. As Ramses, he's the true carrier emerging in this game now. The big bad Doom with the Devil's Bargain comes back in onto the Chen. And it looks like Tundra are about to team wipe Quest. It felt like an even fight. But the staying power here from Tundra, able to keep on going, forcing double buyback out of the cause. Ramses, he's going to die to a double kill from Noob. I mean, they trade back and get some more kills, but double core buyback has got to hurt.
Yeah, definitely. That is painful investment here for Quest. Now, double buyback on your post 1 and post 2 against a refresher Doom. Either of them dying is a win condition for Tundra opening up here. So this is a very, very risky position to be in. Looking now to maybe do something during this time, but the respawns are coming in. Sand King and Bristol are coming up. I don't think you can even punish Tundra for this.
Oh, this is just a wild fight. Toss into Roar, into Silver Edge. Bristleback dies immediately, and Tundra still...
Sand King. This turnaround was so important. The fact that he got the ulti out, got his damage out, Ramses could follow up and get the kill there.
Like, keeping up what's happening in these fights is wild, even though I've already seen it once. Watching it back the second time barely helps.
There's so many things to look at. You gotta keep your eyes sharp here in these team fights, especially for the players, of course. It's confusing even just to watch. So for the players, they need to coordinate, they need to communicate. And you can see that they did that. Quest, they called, we can just kill the Bristleback. He dies. I have break on Silver Edge on the TA, and you could see them just combo there. Toss him back and he's dead. At the same time, Tundra reacted very well to a panic situation. Now we might see them start to adapt a little bit, though, saying that, okay, Bristol, you're not invincible. We need to readdress how we're going to approach the fight.
Oh, my favorite part of the game now as well. Like, Roshan has respawned. Both teams are alive. It's like a dead even game. Tundra haven't contested Roshan yet this game either. They've just let PSG Quest kind of have it or steal it. You know, some good moves from Quest to take it.
There's
but this time,
on this.
Yeah.
Rushing over in smoke. Are they in time? TA takes Roche very fast. It's gonna die.
Roche is dead. I mean, Tundra looks like they still want to try and fight into this, though, as they position themselves. Jumping in onto the twin gate. Ducalis being focused, does try to drums away, but Thompson and Pure are on his tail. Chen gets 2 hit by this Warpath Bristleback.
Gets smacked. Absolute wallop. They do get out, and they do get a lot of items there. So he is consuming the... Wait, did he not? Oh, he left the Aghanims on Tiny. Does he not want it? No, he consumes it now. Put it on the ground for a while. I wasn't sure if he was going to give it to someone else. But they got the Aghanims on Tiny, so extra bit of damage. He has a Daedalus as well. So that could be a huge surprise in the next team fight.
This could be massive, yeah. And they are down a Chen with no army. 30 seconds. They've got Aegis on TA. We'll see how this goes. It's kind of, Kind of surprised that Tundra haven't taken a barracks yet. The amount of times they've gone high ground and it's looked like they're going to take a lane, and still, no, 2 tier 3s are standing. Bottom racks are still alive.
PSG Quest just looking really resilient in this game. They are fighting back tooth and nail. Of course, they're still trying to survive this period of not having buyback. This is a very tense moment for them. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left of no buyback. So any pickoff they can find right now. Ninja gear on the Doom is huge for him. This can enable him to maybe find that clutch Doom on either of these targets.
See if we can get it.
Yeah. The Aegis is providing a nice sense of security here, though. Otherwise, could have been a detrimental moment for them.
Aghanim's Scepter Jakiro. Hey, here we go. Can we look at that total damage again? Because you pointed out the other day where Jakiro was the highest damage dealer in the game. Not yet for Whitemon, but with his Aghanim Scepter, it's possible.
He'll have to work hard to overtake the Sand King at this stage, but yeah, he does do a lot of damage. Yeah, he's like, please, can you guys just stand in the macro for a while? We did have a crazy game of support Jakiro the other day, indeed. Thompson, by the way, has picked up a Lincoln's on his Sand King, so starting to address this this Beastmaster initiation. Thinking about how the initiation is gonna go. Maybe puts this Lincoln's over on the Beastmaster or Bristleback when they want to siege up.
Yeah, put pure high ground, put some spells on him, buff up the Bristleback. And Lotus Orb is there for the Rubik as well. So yeah, I think you're right. They have itemized to contend with it.
Noob has queued up a Divine Rapier right now.
Here we
he
go.
has the Aghanims, has the Daedalus.
Radiant's bottom tower
This is the big balls kind of play. Is he gonna do it? Doesn't have enough gold yet, but we might just see it.
Now look at that. Clear out a creep wave with just a single tree toss. Ramses
Now hits his level 25. It's a big power spike. Get the slow and the blind on his Sandstorm.
Radiant's bottom
That's pretty
tower
cool.
is under attack.
Is Ramses going for Shiva's Guard as well? Like, I guess he needs the armor.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. I didn't really mention it, but yeah, they're going for the double Shivas. It's just a good armor item, and you might not always have your Sand King around. It's a little bit bad, but it's not horrible. They already have AC on the Bristleback, so what other item should you really go for at this stage? Pondered it a little bit.
Radiant
I mean,
are scanning.
could go for the BKB, but do you really need one against Quest's lineup as a Doom? Perhaps it would have been strong, but I like this. I like this choice. Just armor. You're dying to physical damage at this point. Especially against the Tiny and the TA now. The Daedalus Tiny with Aghanims.
Yeah, it's like in a pub game, I'd probably make an argument for Blade Mail, but in a pro game, just having that vision, the chase from Shiva's Guard, the fact it's just a bigger item with better stats as well.
Yeah,
It's super
Blade
nice.
Mail is decent, but it doesn't work that well against TA as well. She blocks a lot of damage with Refraction. She
true.
can tank through it, and Tiny has a ton of HP. He's almost 5k HP, so trying to Blade Mail kill him, you might just die first.
And you die first, but if you've got
Big moment here.
Quest all smoked up. Where are Tundra? They don't know. We don't know. Tundra off the map, hiding in the fog somewhere. The ping from Pure is off towards their ancients.
So close to each other.
Tundra waiting on the high ground. Over in the triangle.
Yeah, very, very important moment here for Tundra. They're going to reveal the Bristleback on the mid lane. He's pretty tanky with a Rattle Cage as well.
That's Aegis timing out in 10 seconds now. So Tundra have kind of weathered the storm of this power spike out of Quest.
Yeah, I think the dangerous part is over for them, so to say. Having their buybacks coming off cooldown again, that'd be a sigh of relief for them. But still, you can't relax too much. This Doom could come in at any moment. Tundra are really grouping up a lot, though, not looking like they're comfortable getting out on the map. And look at the amount of vision that TA is providing at this point. She has traps all over the map. It's giving some crucial bits of information. They're not here, they're not here. It's not always about seeing your opponent. It's about seeing where they aren't. And this gives them the confidence to go out on the map.
Yeah, process of elimination. I'm seeing the heat map there as well. Pure TA 2000 spending a lot of time in agents and just pushing out on the opposing lane. Kind of in their off lane towards the Roshan pits. Thompson going to come across in that mid lane, push out another wave. And yeah, Bristleback, first time this patch. We've not seen Bristleback yet, so pretty much every one of his items is like new record, first time this patch. And Abyssal now adding another layer of disables here for
Fastest
Tundra.
this tournament. Impressive. Also only this tournament.
Yep. And refresher for Beastmaster. Divine Rapier Tiny. Oh, here we go.
He's putting it to magical right now.
That's interesting.
Was that a misclick? No, he toggles it back now. I was about to say, there's no way magical is worth it. Guess you can toggle it for the toss specifically and then toggle it back, but there's a cooldown.
This is where the game does start to get like a bit annoying as well for Tundra. Chen creeps are just doing the ghost push business, right? Look at that bottom wave. TP's coming back, have to defend it. You have to contend with all this nonsense.
A sneaking suspicion that this game could drag out a lot, honestly, at this point. Tundra do not feel like they can go high ground, but Quest are starting to feel confident. They have the Rapier. They could just keep building. Mid. Maybe the confrontation will happen here.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the portion of the game now where buybacks matter so much. Looking at Sand King having his. Bristleback is 50 gold off. Rubik nearly has his. And on the dire side, we'll have TA, Chen, and Gyro with theirs. Everyone else is a fair distance away from it.
Yeah. Importantly, Tiny committing for that Rapier. He's the one who really doesn't want to die. And
Vlad for the
also
Chen
with
as
the
well.
buyouts of the refresher.
And Tundra posturing in the mid lane.
Both
Not
teams have
seeing
wards.
anybody. Yeah, the map is so dark for everyone. They spot the Gyro and the Tiny. Like, oh, hello. Clear the creep wave with a crash landing, though.
Both teams killing the mid creep wave, and then what? What are you gonna do afterwards? We don't have any smoke on the dire team here.
Reminds me of the days when Roshan was still in the river up there, you know? Top rune spot was Roche Pit. Teams just pushing mid lane over and over again.
Maybe that would have forced an engagement at this point. Right now, they're just kind of holding. Roche could spawn any moment now. He will spawn in 220, so teams will have to migrate and start taking control over the Roche. They all were spotted walking past this ward towards the top. Radiant under a ward for a little bit. That gives them the go-ahead sign here on Quest to take over the bottom part of the map, but that's not a good trade. You want to contest the Roche. You want to be there. So ideally, they get over there and take a fight somehow. They have the smoke on Courier coming out. Showing
You start to get
mid,
really
pushing.
Thompson will deal with that very quickly. Yeah, you start to get really antsy. You know, gotta make a move, gotta make a play, gotta do something.
Oh no, the smoke. It started going back to base again. He had full inventory on the gyrocopter.
Oh no.
It's coming back again.
And what was it? 2 minutes till daytime, a minute and a half until Roche spawns. And it could be up right now in that top left corner.
Gonna pop it here with a Courier, and they will make a stab around. They were spotted. The Observer of Radiant did catch them smoking here. Huge moment here for Tundra.
Ramses. I was thinking about walking in towards them there. I also considered TPing down bottom to deal with a wave, but it looks like they're going to smoke themselves and move back up towards the Roche pit.
Oh, they're under scan. Dire scan.
Quest knows something's up with the blink from Thompson. Immediate jump on the Gyro. TA2000 turning on Ramses. The Doom is obliterated.
So not dying.
There's Macropyre down on the Gyro, but TA2000 with his BKB turning on Thompson, who's nearly dead. The Roar and the Axis gets a double for Malik. Pure is trying to get on top of someone to kill them, but he's struggling. Finally finds Malik as a hero he can target. Beastmaster being walloped by the Bristleback. They bought back on Thompson. They lost that Ramses Doom, who also buys back.
Bottom creep wave. This racks. It's falling. The Chen creeps are pushing really fast.
Yeah, I mean, Tundra's going to do something about this. And then Roshan, they're moving to top left corner. He's spawning in 25 seconds, but he might just move down to the bottom right corner soon.
Yeah, they will kill him pretty fast. They don't have the best Roshan up on Radiant. Can they actually take him in? Nah, not in 20 seconds, I don't think. This is the fourth Roche. He's kind of tanky at this point.
That's a difficult one for sure.
I think you have to go down bottom, control bottom area, but there's a TA trap on the other side of the gate. And now with 2 buybacks used, we find Tundra a little bit scared. They see it spawn now, but 15 seconds. Can you really do it? They're gonna try.
Oh, before he goes through the gate, they're going for it?
Yeah, they're going for it.
10 seconds to go. Okay, it looks like they've got it.
Yeah, I think they have it. Pure actually just hits so hard. He has plus 600 damage. I think I underestimated the Bristleback's potential here to right-click. Takes it out fast.
All right, so what is that? Ags on Thompson. Aegis for Thompson as well, since he bought back. So Ramsey's Doom is the one that has to be a bit more careful in this one.
Yeah, it's a risky business being without buyback in this game, but at least that Aegis over on Thompson is going to help him stay safe. We'll see what he queues up as in next item, as he got that Aghanims for free. He already bought the Travels level 2 in that last fight. Bought back and bought Travels level 2 immediately to join the fight. They didn't get anything, so Quest, they lost the fight, or they won the fight, but they lost the objective of Roche. So, again, the game stays very even here. This is the closest match we've had so far.
Yeah, this is on a knife's edge right now. And nothing matters. Kills don't matter. Net worth difference doesn't matter. This is all down to execution. You've got some buybacks on Quest. You've used some buybacks on Tundra, but they've got Aegis and Cheese. A few little backup plans and safety nets for Tundra to try and find these fights. It's not easy to stick on your man, though. Like, finding a target, getting the kill when they're being healed up by Ducalis, tossed around by Noob. Like, just trying to find this Tiny in the middle of a fight, it seemed very difficult.
He has the ninja gear, so he's sneaking around as well with that Divine Rapier. He's just hugging tree lines, looking for where he can be the most impact. Just start spamming in the Aghanims trees. And he does a ton of damage. He actually does bring down any hero quite quickly with that. With a little bit of help from TA. Some quick kills. These ancient creeps always just being a thorn in the side of Tundra here. Chen showing that even as you go late game, Chen is not that bad of a hero. Can still help push out creep waves with the ancient Black Dragon now. Sleeping a little bit, but gonna kill the creep wave.
And how many levels does Ramses need? Just a couple more before he can get that second level 15 talent? Do you think... I mean, I'm not going to call it a mistake, but do you think it would be maybe better to go for the Eat Ancients talent, or is that Scorched Earth one just so good?
I think it's more that the War Stomp is so good. War Stomp is super high priority for pro players. It's providing the Doom with Blink Initiation. You basically become a Centaur. Finds himself a shield rune here. But yeah, it's a little bit the lost opportunity of having the Scorched Earth move speed, but it's more so that being an ancient creep isn't really better. For him in this game, it's just gonna mean that he can eat the dragon, but he still won't want the aura and the fireball more than stomp. Tiny's courier is down here.
Thompson. What is that? 30. There was on the dot minute 20 when they took that tier 3 down to like 20% HP. Finally get the kill on it. 33 minutes later. Now Pure can open up on the melee racks.
Oh my god, he hits hard. The racks getting absolutely punished here by the Bristleback.
And he packs a punch. Does Pure, but in comes Malik with a roar. The down to the TA. Oh, Pure disappears again. Buys back, tries to snap into actions. They doom up the Beastmaster now. Tops him with a Sandstorm, going to work to kill off Malik. He's got buyback available too. They doomed the Tiny on the back line, so no tree volley, no nonsense there.
Yeah, but again, the buyback used here by Radiant, so Pure spending a buyback, TPing back in, but they're not in shape to keep pushing. And Quest are the ones who are very happy with this, as now one more buyback is on cooldown here. They're in a very opportune moment to take a fight. Sanking no buyback, Bristol no buyback, Doom no buyback. You just have to kill anybody here. Of course, the Sanking with the Aegis, not the best target, but that time's out in a minute too.
I was wondering what happened there, because they had this layering of Lincolns and Lotuses as protection for the Bristol, right? But Sanking has Lincolns in backpack.
No, he can't hold it while holding all the other items here. And you see the initiation was perfect. The Silver Edge came in at the same time as it's done, at the same time as Tiny launched his 3 volley. Tons of damage.
And did I see that correctly, that Bristleback bought a Blink Dagger just now?
He does have a Blink, yeah. So he can Blink Abyssal someone. It's not the first time I've seen this in late game. Bristle does get kited a lot, and this gives him the potential to get on the backline. There are some pretty kite-heavy heroes. TA with a Silver Edge, Blink, and Hurricane Pike is pretty hard to get on top of. So it
The
can help
tosses
him.
are annoying.
More importantly, just getting on the Tiny, who now has 7,000 gold. He's starting to save up a lot of money here for his rebuyback. Oh, sorry, the gold was TA still. She has 7,000 gold. Maybe we see another Rapier coming out.
That'll be cool. That's a lot of money saved up over on the Quest side there. Unspent gold. 4 grand for the Tiny. 7.2 you mentioned on the TA. The Jar Cup has got like 6 grand.
Yeah, he's running around with a Ghost Scepter, a Pavis, and 6 grand. He's gonna go for a surprise Hex in this game. He queued it up, bought the entire thing now, tries to stay out of vision, but he does go under a ward-centric combo here. So as long as they click him, they should have the information already that he has a Hex.
Nice smoke under that ward as well. So a flurry of pings from Tundra as they fully understand what's going on here. And look at that, even though Tundra are behind, that was an 8k net worth swing in their favor due to the Aegis. So at least a victory in some regard, money-wise.
Tiny did have 7k gold before, he just bought the Relic. So he now bought the full second Rapier, 2 Rapiers on this Tiny. He's ready to blow people up.
Is he holding both or is one a backup?
He's holding both. Both are ready. This is a full-on crazy mode here for this Tiny. He wants to kill people.
All in revenge time. You knocked us out of TI qualifiers. We're going to knock you down a peg or two in the group stage here at the Riyadh Masters.
I want to see him hit a building, man. I know he doesn't want to go up to a tier 2 tower right now, but I just want to see the damage.
It's like 4 hits, 5 hits.
I think maybe 3 hits for a tier 2.
Oh, really? Wow.
I mean, it's a lot of damage.
I might be just underestimating it. He's hasted up now. Sprinting across the map. Ninja Gears definitely helping Quest reposition themselves.
Don't see anybody right now, so it's scary to go up. Is Noob gonna find the balls to go for this tower? It would be scary.
And it's been annoying when Tundra on the front foot are being split pushed and side pushed, ghost pushed, whatever you want to call it, by the Chen creeps. And now they're being pushed all 3 lanes, and you're having to contend with
random
all the volley. But the blink in, Thompson with Ramsey, dooming up the Tiny. They're going to blow up Noob here. They've got the catch with the double rapier on the deck. Oh, this is big. Quest going to try and come in with a roar. The Beastmaster getting on top of Thompson, but he's so tanky. He is not dead just yet. But look at that Sideblade spill out of the TA.
Gets him down. Finally, they do get back. So Jakiro has one of the rapiers. Brisso has the other. Jakiro has put that stuff to magic damage right now. So you want to see a Jakiro do a lot of damage? Yeah, he'll take the free 25% spell amp. Thank you very much.
Hey, he's catching up. I wasn't wrong.
They don't have the best heroes for rapier, sadly. The Brisso is holding one, but he's also struggling now. He's like, okay, I guess I don't have Blink anymore. He has Lincolns in his inventory.
I wish my Sand King could take this.
Yeah, I mean, they don't really have a traditional right-click carry, so the double rapier was costly though, and buyback spent immediately by the Tiny, who's, by the way, back and farming for another rapier. He's just another day at the factory. He's just assembling rapiers. I appreciate you, Noob. I appreciate what you do for this game. You're bringing a lot of entertainment to this game.
Potential longest match record, 90 minutes and 55 seconds. We're a bit away from that, but you made the call, what, less than 10 minutes ago. This one could drag out and go the distance.
I had a feeling, man. I had a feeling with how Quest were in a comfortable spot, but also had the rapier, so they didn't want to go out. But yeah, the double rapier now obviously gives a bit of a timing window to, or not a timing, but a bit of an advantage to Radiant. Look at Radiant though. Tundra are just all in, sit in base mode. Nobody out on the map, nobody farming. In 2 minutes, we're gonna have the big items, Gareth.
Yeah, don't
Tier
show.
5s.
Don't show until tier 5s are here. Then go farm ancients, get some tokens.
Yeah, I want to see some tier 5s.
That's a hand of Midas on TA. Minute 60.
Yeah, she's prepping. She's prepping for the neutral item. She wants to insta get the drop. That's
I've got 10,000 gold to spend. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, it guarantees 1 drop of a neutral item, so it's very decisive this late into the game. The only things you could buy otherwise is basically go towards Aghanim Scepter and consume that, but it's not the most impactful. Axe is really, really bad nowadays. She swaps it in, getting ready for minute 60. DD Rune is here too. They're trying to preserve that for a while. He's gonna take it in the end. Oh, we can see a smoke out here for minute 60. What are you gonna do on the side of Tundra?
Yeah, I don't know. This map is very dark. They've got 1 observer ward on that right side near Dire Ancients, but else it's Dire wards on that left side, and a very, very tight map for Tundra to play into.
Yeah, they're making a play towards the Roche here. Surely TA wants to pop that Midas too, but 10 seconds for the minute 60. At the same time, the smoke rotation is happening here. They have to be ready for Radiant, and they scan them up. Beautiful scan.
Read like a book.
Yeah. Staying sharp here. Can't go towards the Ancients. See what they drop and see if they can catch anything here. It's Radiant are still on the hunt.
Yeah, Quest is still around. The Tiny Noob. Oh, he's been jumped here. Doomed, stunned. They've also got a catch on the Chen in the back,
the
but Noob's the
stolen
big
lord.
ticket kill. 120 seconds with no Tiny. Chen looking a little worse for wear as well as Tundra come back and get a double kill for Thompson.
I did not realize Rubik still had Roar from the previous fight. That Primal Roar. Buybacks now coming out, but Tiny obviously doesn't have buyback, and they know that. There's a 4-minute window of him not having it, so 100 seconds, no Tiny guarantee. Roche available, they have 2 Rapiers in their team. He's so happy to get the Aegis. Who even takes the refresher at that point? Is it Kiro, I guess? But he, you know, you're struggling because you want to carry Dust against TA in these fights as well. Someone has to have the detection.
Everyone's slotted. They've got no room for it.
Too many things to carry, honestly.
Right, so refresher shard on the floor. Still needs to be picked up. Some banners around. Drop in, picking up items left and right.
They have Gem on Rubik, so the Dust in backpack is fine. Rubik's now responsible for detection game.
And tier 5 item time.
Yeah, let's see what we have here. Quick update. We have the Arcanist armor for the Sand King, so big AoE aura. We have a Pirate hat on the Chen, not the most amazing, but it does give him a ton of gold over time for his team.
Tundra, they're on high ground though. At the Roar, placed on the Rubik. Thompson TPs to him, burrows into Gyro as Ramses makes the move straight in. And 9 classes in Fountain.
Dooms are going out.
The Macropire is down. Ramses has got a kill onto Malik. He's brought back on this Beast Math, but you've lost Chen. Dead for 2 minutes. Gyro's about to fall here as Omar gets crushed under the boot of Thompson. The racks have fallen. And now we're in, what, a 7 versus 3 with Ages and Cheese in the hands of Tundra. They're going straight for tier 4s.
Yeah,
Ramses makes a jump onto the TA, gets sized up in the meantime, does turn around though, as they drop the call down, trying to protect TA 2000, but this Templar Assassin is being surrounded. The Book of Shadows buys a little bit of time, but TA surrounded and killed, will buy back, but with no teammates to back her up, it looks like it's over now. The drop of a hat, Tundra come in. Backdoor regen. I got fortification, try and buy a bit of time, but Ramses returns fire.
Ramses. He did say some stuff about the Collies earlier. Oh boy.
Pure. You've been naughty in the past, Pure.
Pure, don't get involved, man.
It's been broken. Some good damage from the TA, but not enough to finish him off.
Pure's
Pure steps up. He is losing his first life, but that's Aegis down, and GG is called. Quest knows that it's time to tap out and hand Tundra the victory in game number 2.
And a draw is the result of the series at the end of this. What a crazy game 2 here. 63 minutes, tense the entire way.